We breathe air about 23,000 times per day. Wouldn't it be nice to know that the air we're breathing is fresh? Many of us have watched the sun streaming through the window and seen the thousands of contaminants and pathogens floating in the air. The EPA reports that the air in our university athletic facilities, dorm rooms, and classrooms is 5 times more contaminated than outside air and causes over half of all illnesses, resulting in chronic absenteeism at our schools. Cluster ion technology, the newest generation of proactive air and surface purification, provides us with a cost-effective solution. Watch how cluster ions in this smoke demonstration attach themselves to the pathogens in the smoke, which represent the particles floating in the air. This causes them to fall harmlessly to the surface. In this illustration, you can see the cluster ions drawing hydrogen from the pathogen. This punctures the pathogen and removes its source of life, which renders it inactive on a classroom keyboard. What about classrooms? Is there a way to economically treat multiple classroom environments? Yes, there is. HVAC probes like this one are installed in your HVAC system. If you provide HVAC drawings, Inspired Tech will place the correct units based on airflow, humidity, and loading for optimal coverage. These units require minimal service. Simply replace the cells every 3 years. This is how we could treat, for example, a computer lab, which is a classic touch point for contamination. Keyboards are virtually impossible to disinfect, except with the cluster ion technology, which we demonstrated earlier. Athletic facilities are a challenge at all universities. An article published in the Maintenance Sales News documents how high-energy cluster ions, generated by photocatalytic oxidation, are being used to successfully eliminate mold and pathogens in the University of Louisville Athletic Department. The university is using PCO air and surface purification technology, which virtually eliminates mold spores in the air and on surfaces throughout their sprawling athletic department complex. The day after we installed the PCO units in this beautiful circular locker room, the coaches noticed how fresh and clean the air in the locker room was. They commented, "Hey, these really do work. The locker room smell is gone." Weight rooms were swabbed before and after installation, and the swabs were sent to an independent laboratory for analysis. All levels of mold and pathogens were reduced by 1 log, which is 99%, and in some cases, 3 logs, or 99.9%. Training rooms are a critical area, and in addition to normal disinfecting protocols, PCO is an added intervention to protect athletes. One basketball coach commented that this technology would help in recruiting athletes to their university by assuring parents of the athletes that we're doing everything possible to protect their athletes from any pathogens. Mold in dorm rooms can contribute to chronic absenteeism and is a frequent problem as many dorm rooms are closed during the summer with little or no ventilation. One university had to relocate 270 students after mold was found in several dorms. This cluster ion technology is very effective in inactivating mold spores without using chemicals. Portable units work well for this application. Across our campuses, we have ice machines that should be cleaned a minimum of 4 times per year. Most ice machines are not cleaned routinely and are prone to microbe contamination. Dirty ice can make us sick. Consequences of dirty ice, per Dr. Powitz, can include mold, listeria, C. diff, salmonella, and hepatitis, to name a few. Cluster ions will reduce cleaning costs and protect the ice from contamination, while purifying drains. A unit is attached to an ice machine, which has two plastic tubes. One goes into the ice bin, and the other goes into the drain. Cluster ions circulate through the machine, preventing the formation of biofilms and inactivating microorganisms. The result is a reduction in the frequency of ice machine cleanings and a minimization of the liability of contaminated ice. This is a picture of an end user who had technology installed on his ice machine, and due to an aggressive expansion program, missed cleaning their ice machine for a full year. They were so pleased when they opened their ice machine and found no trace of contamination and no malodors from the drain. Our campus public restrooms can be a challenge. Despite our best efforts in normal cleaning, sanitizing protocols oftentimes fail to eliminate malodors in public restrooms. Cluster ions can be the additional intervention to provide 24/7 odor-free restrooms with no chemicals. Our nose tells us when an odor is gone, but how do we know if we are purifying surfaces? Our manufacturer can provide complimentary pre- and post-swab tests, which are sent to an independent laboratory for analysis and provide you with a 3-page report of results to determine the reduction of colony-forming units. There are pieces of equipment for different jobs, and we're very pleased to make you aware of this unique technology and to make it available to you to try out in your facility. The manufacturer is happy for us to arrange a conference call to answer any specific questions pertaining to the applications that you might have. Thank you so much for watching.